Hello, my name is Nkem Eluagu, and today we would look at how you could create target audiences in the Google Workspace admin console. So, target audiences are sharing recommendations for your users. Okay, so basically, it means that when your users attempt to share files from Google Drive, they would see a recommendation of groups or teams they could share these files with. Okay, so how do you access target audiences? First of all, you would go to admin.google.com and then you would log in with your administrative credentials. Then click on directory, click on the drop down and click on target audiences. That will bring you to this page. Now, by default, your tenants would have a default target audience, which is the company name. So in this case, this is showing as elite company, and this is a default audience with all users in the organization. That means that when users attempt to share files, they would by default see this name or the default audience for all users. So let me explain better. I would go to Google Drive and I have a file here. If I attempt to share this file and I go to share, you can see that I can share as restricted, which means that only people with access can open with the link, or I can share as anyone with the link, or this is a target audience here that says elite company. That means I can share with everybody in this organization. Okay, and I can choose to either make them a viewer, a commenter, or editor. Right. But what if I want to create target audiences for different teams? Maybe the HR team, the support team, the help desk team, and the rest of that, right? So that means that I want users, when they are sharing files from here, to be able to see target audiences for different teams. How do I do that? It is very simple to do. From target audiences page, simply click on create a target audience. Here you will give it a name. So let me call this human resources, for example. HR team. And I click on create. Now that has created the target audience. Now the next thing is to do what? Add members to my target audience. Alright, that means who are the members that will be in this target audience. For this particular demo, I would add one user. So I'm adding this user as a member of the target audience. Okay. Now the next one is to apply to Google services. After you apply this target audience to a service, it appears in user sharing or access settings for that service. So I will click on apply. And this will take me to the Drive and Docs page. I will simply scroll down to target audience. And here it says you can select up to 5 target audiences you want to recommend users share with. I will click on the edit button and I'll click add target audiences. And here I can now see I have human resources here. I will check that and I'll click on save. And when I'm done, I click on save again. Now that is saved. Now when I go back to Google Drive, let me refresh. And I attempt to share this file again. You can now see that if I click on the drop down, I now have a recommendation for human resources. Okay, so if I click on that, I would now be able to share these documents with the human resources team. And I will click on done. So as simple as this, you can create target audiences for your Google Workspace tenant. Thank you for listening in.